This is Tom Fox back again with another episode of the Podfest Expo 2024 Speaker Series. Today, I'm absolutely thrilled to have with me Julie Rose. First of all, Julie, welcome to the podcast, and thank you so much for taking the time to visit with me today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm new to the Podfest community, so I'm really excited to be here.
Well, welcome. Let me ask, what is your role in podcasting?
I host the Top of Mind podcast, which is a BYU radio production. So we're a weekly podcast. We're an hour-long podcast, 52 minutes technically. And so I'm a host. I've been a radio journalist for 20 years.
Well, excellent. Could you give us a teaser of your presentation at Podfest Expo 2024?
Certainly. So I am so excited to be on the Pechakucha stage. This will be my very first Pechakucha presentation, so I'm really excited about that. I'm madly practicing away to keep up with the slides that I've designed. And I am going to be presenting a solution to a problem that I encountered, that our podcast encountered when we started. 2 years ago, we've been dropping our weekly episodes, and I was told, and I think most podcast listeners, Podfest folks know, podcasters know, that one of the really important ways to grow when you're a brand new podcast is to do host swaps, right? Like, I appear on your podcast, you appear on mine, we get in front of each other's audiences, and that all sounded well and good, but we are a podcast that is narrative journalism. So every week we take a topic, like a tricky topic, and we go looking for perspectives on that topic that we can share with our listeners, because we're a podcast for people who are turned off by how divisive and angry the news is and depressing, but still want to engage on important issues. And so we have a very specific approach to tackling difficult topics. And so it just wasn't the kind of thing where I could be like, hey, you're a podcast host, come be on my show and I'll be on yours, right? Like, unless you happen to be an expert on whatever specific tough topic we're tackling that week. So what I'll be presenting about is the solution we came up to, which has worked really well for us in putting together, in creating an opportunity for host swaps that also really fits in with the mission of our podcast, Top of Mind.
Julie, you may not know this, but this year is the 10th anniversary of Podfest Expo.
I'm aware, yeah.
Okay, this is your first time to attend. Formally welcome from the Podfest family. Once you step through that door in the hotel, you are a part of our family, and you will remain a part of our family. So I wanted to end by asking, what do you hope to get out of the conference this year as a first-time attendee?
Yeah, well, as a first-time attendee and also new to the podcasting world, like I mentioned, I was a radio journalist up until 2 years ago. I was doing live radio. I was doing public radio reporting. So this whole community is very different, and it's really exciting. I've been part of some of the pre-event speakers, town halls to try to get a sense for what are we up to here. And I've just been really impressed with how much support. It doesn't feel like we're competing in any way. It feels like you said, like a family. Those words keep getting used. It's hard for me to wrap my head around, but I'm just really thrilled to make friends and create a community and learn from people who've been really successful.
Well, Julie, I'm very excited for you. I'm very excited for your presentation. And I hope we can catch up in January in Orlando at Podfest Expo 2024.
Likewise. Thanks so much, Tom.